With the 2020 NHL Draft Lottery just days away this Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern, I thought it was important to look back on how we got here. With this current NHL format, it is going to be unbelievably exciting to see how things pan out. But over the past 5 years specifically, the format has drastically changed, with making it less and less likely for teams to be able to purposely tank in order to get a lottery pick, or overall just bring more interesting factors and allowing teams that aren't necessarily a seed 1, 2, or 3 getting into that lottery and causing more controversial things to happen and just more exciting for the viewers watching at home. But when it comes to the lottery that started in 1995, the results are pretty shocking, and they go hand in hand with the lottery upcoming this Friday. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Tyler, and I just do consistent content with all things relating to the NHL and hockey overall. And for you today, I am talking about, yes, the 2020 NHL Draft Lottery once again, as it is only days away. And with all that being said, though, what makes this Draft Lottery so exciting? Well, of course, you have to look at the type of format it is, and I'll summarize that for you again in a second. But overall, since 1995, when the Draft Lottery first started, the results are really alarming in how they can go hand in hand with this draft lottery, and as I previously mentioned, can really not benefit teams like the Detroit Red Wings or the Ottawa Senators, teams that are really expected to win one or more of these lottery picks. So as you can see here, I have a chart for all the selections for the first overall in the draft lottery, starting back in 1995 to present. And as you can see, you have the number 1 seed, which is, of course, the team that was worst in the standings that year and was really supposed to get that first overall pick. And then it shows you the winner of the first overall pick. And as you can see, there has been numerous occasions where a team that wasn't the first seed actually won the lottery pick. A lot more than one can expect. I believe there's at least 10 here, and that's just ridiculous. It really is close to, if not 50%, of the amount of times we've had the draft lottery, and I'll have you add it up again because I did it earlier, but there is quite a few scenarios where a team that would say the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, etc. seed jumping all the way up to the first overall pick for that selection. But then when it comes to this year's draft lottery, I think there should be a lot of things that get noted with the previous ones that have led up to this point. If you look in the past decade alone when it comes to the NHL Draft Lottery, there has been only 3 times the team that was the first seed, the worst in their standings that year, that actually won the first overall selection. So the odds really don't look nearly as much in favor of a team like the Detroit Red Wings this season, as we all know, have the first seed and are undoubtedly the worst team in the NHL this year. And they didn't tank to get there. They are really the worst team based on their roster. They're in a complete rebuild. They did not purposely lose games this year just because they aren't good, as they are continuing this rebuild, and it makes perfect sense. The same thing goes with teams like the Ottawa Senators and then so on. But they are in an unfortunate situation now where maybe percentage-wise they have the upper hand in acquiring the pick. I know the Detroit Red Wings have an over 18% chance of winning the lottery pick, but the Ottawa Senators in total with their 2 picks that are seeds 2nd and 3rd have a total of 25% chance. That isn't nearly as good this year, as you have a 25% chance of a placeholder team, as we all know, acquiring at least one of these lottery picks. So teams 8 through 15 are called placeholder teams, as you probably know, and they all equal a total percentage of 25%. So there very well could be a scenario where 1 or more picks is chosen by a placeholder team, the lottery picks, and then there will, of course, as you know, be a second draft lottery with the teams that lose in the playing rounds prior to actual NHL playoffs this year, all having an equal 12 or 12.5% chance of winning that 1 or more lottery picks. So that makes it a lot more tougher for teams, of course, like the Red Wings and the Ottawa Senators. And I personally will be furious if there's a situation where all 3 picks are chosen by a placeholder team. Furious in the sense of feeling bad for the likes of the Red Wings and the Senators, because they deservedly so should get at least 1 lottery pick. Especially the Senators, they have 2. So if they don't even get 1, that's really going to hurt for them in their development. And I'm really going to feel bad for them. And the same thing with the Red Wings. The Red Wings undoubtedly deserve, if not the first overall pick, at least a top 3 selection. But as you can see here, there has been numerous occasions, more often than not it seems, where a team that doesn't deserve necessarily to get that lottery pick gets it in the change in format. And as we all know, back in 2016, the format changed more and more. And in 2017 as well, where you have all 3, the top 3 picks being up for grabs versus it just being the first overall pick. So it is really unfortunate when you look at it from that aspect, with teams that deservedly so should get that first overall pick, or at least a top 3, and don't. And like I said, I think the odds are really against the Detroit Red Wings specifically. If you look over the past decade, it is not in their favor at all. Only 3 occasions where the worst team in the league actually got that first overall pick. So it's going to make things very interesting, and I think these all factor into this upcoming NHL Draft Lottery, because at the end of the day, history has a chance to repeat itself, and that's been evident with the draft lottery since 1995. Even with the changes they made in the format, it has still been proven more often than not a team that is out of that first seeding gets that lottery pick. So I really want to know your thoughts on this, though. What teams do you think is going to win the draft lottery, not just first overall, but the top 3? Let me know in the comments below. I would love to hear all your thoughts, but I think that's all I have for you today, honestly. I just woke up today and wanted to do another lottery video, and I came across this article because I was looking up all the history when it comes to the draft lottery, who was chosen by whom, and who originally was supposed to have that pick and didn't get it. And luckily this article just fell right into my lap. So I'll have a TSN article right in the description below, because that's where I got it from. If I didn't mention it already, the article came out just in late March. He did it on the draft history for the NHL Draft Lottery, I should say, and it was a great read. It came out a couple months ago, and I'll have that in the description down below. But with all those things being said, that's it for today. Thank you all so much for watching. Let me know in the comments below what you think about all this. Hit that like, subscribe button if you like this kind of hockey content. And I will be back probably around Saturday, right after the draft lottery that happens, of course, 8 p.m. Eastern this Friday night. I won't be uploading the video that late, obviously, but I'll probably be doing it after to do my reaction, and I'll post it sometime on Saturday. So thank you all again, guys, and I'll be back in a day or two.